Welcome to Mind Over Matter. Thank you for joining. Today on Mind Over Matter, we'll discuss the Untangled Mindset.
I have had the opportunity to do some cleaning, some spring cleaning, I guess you will, similar probably to you. We've noticed, because we're in our houses more, I've noticed more areas in the house. My poor husband has a honey-do list that's about this long. And my list particularly was, hey, I want the opportunity to clean up my jewelry department, my jewelry section in my house. So I took the liberty of spending some time with my jewelry. And when I did, I had the most delightful thought process and delightful conversation with God about, man, we are something similar to this jewelry. And this pandemic is really helping me have some time set aside so I can really look at some things differently. So my perspective of jewelry, and after today, your perspective of the jewelry that is in your house, your perspective of yourself, your perspective of your mind should totally be different. Your mindset will be different today after us talking about just having a different and untangled mindset. I've dedicated this particular conversation to a lot of my friends that have either lost their jobs, have been furloughed, or just they're being put, or we're being put in a different place and being forced into a different mindset. So I really wanted to just take some time. If you're supporting a person mentally or physically or just all around, your mindset has to be changed. Your mindset has to be, as much as possible, built in positivity and not in captivity. So that's what this is all about. So back to my jewelry. I had the opportunity to clean out my jewelry drawer a few weeks ago. It was one of my very first tasks when we got tasked to being in the house. And I took a look at my jewelry and I thought I'd share a few pieces with you today. I realized that, boy, I love jewelry. I like the jewelry in my drawer. I don't get a chance to wear a lot of it, but I like jewelry. This is a piece from one of my greatest friends. I love to wear it just anytime I have a big deal to go to. A lot of my pieces have different backstories. They're beautiful to me and they help me feel beautiful. And some, interestingly enough, in my drawer I realized are very similar to each other. Some kind of look the same, yet I still own them. I still went and bought more. But different pieces of jewelry in my drawer are from different purchases, are for different reasons. Boy, they help illuminate me. They help me feel beautiful. And believe it or not, I had the opportunity to really come into conversation with God over some jewelry. So I realized that, first off, I had a lot of pieces in my drawer, a lot of different pieces. I realized that jewelry really does help me feel pretty. And particularly, I was led to look up the definition of jewelry. The definition of jewelry is personal ornaments made from precious metals. The definition of precious, which I have to say because my middle son, he's been calling me precious lately. And I think it's because we had a day of Lord of the Rings. And I don't think he gets it yet because we haven't gotten through the show, but he just starts calling me his precious. Precious, the definition of precious, is something of great value, a resource not to be treated or wasted carelessly. Jewelry, again, is something beautiful made from precious metals. So I thought I'd just share all my jewelry with you today and just really help us visually see what this looks like and what it could look like, and maybe how we can untangle our mindsets around just jewelry. So particularly, I realized I had so many pieces, and it gets to the point where I'm buying things that are very similar to how we do. I don't know if you are that way with shoes, where you got a pair you like, so you go get a similar, very, very similar pair. Or purses, you have one purse that you like, so you get a whole nother purse, but a similar purse. I think I might be that way with jewelry. Because when I was untangling that jewelry, y'all, I tell you, I'm like, well, this piece is so much like this piece and this piece is so much like that piece. I didn't understand why in the world did I have so many pieces. But I gotta tell you, while I'm able to wear this jewelry today, that is not how we started. So I'm pretty proud to wear my jewelry untangled for you today. And we're gonna walk through some of your jewelry and talk about how we can get some untangles out. It took some very, very sharp shears, I'll say, but particularly how in the world do we get ourselves untangled in this COVID-19? How do we get our minds untangled? Similar to this jewelry. So I'd like to say, God looks at us like precious jewelry. We are precious. He wants to adore us. He wants to wear us. He wants to have us out and about and beautiful and show his glory, similar to my jewels. Nevertheless, we're just so busy. I think about my 2019, and boy, I had cocktail parties galore, birthday parties galore. I was so busy in 2019. I had so much going on. I looked at my calendar and it showed me birthday parties, cocktail parties, meetings, business launches, product launches, busy, 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 go, go, go. And I thought, oh my God, this is probably why I'm staying up late at night, having such a hard time going or being able to even wake up, because I've just extended my day so long and so far. I've been so busy that now that it's time to wake up, I can't. And it makes me late to this thing, which is late to that thing. And now my day is just kind of tangled up. My 2019 turned into that. I promised myself that I would come into 2020 like we all do. We promised ourselves that we'll come into this new year with this whole new thought process of this year I'm going to do it right. This year I'm only going to do the things that matter to me. I'm only going to do the things that are important to me. This year's going to be different. But then I start getting invited to different things, and I want to be adorned and I want to be worn, and then my jewelry starts to get kind of interesting, because I notice I've got to get to one place, then the next place. I got to do one thing, then the next thing. And when it comes to work, it's the same exact way. I'm out of control. I get this job that's a phenomenal opportunity, but it pulls me away from my family. I have no time to be with the people that I love. The whole reason that I got this job was so that I could support people that I love, right? So I just realized, and I didn't just realize this, God shared this with me. He's like, we work so hard to get what we like, to get what we love, and then it's more and more difficult for him to be able to wear us. Because we do, and we keep going, and we keep doing, and we keep moving, and we keep shaking. And if you're anything like me, the way I got all these different pieces of jewelry was because I said, they're all in a pile. I don't have time to go through the pile. I'll just go get another piece to go with this outfit. That's what I'll do. I've got this outfit for this event. I've got an interview. I've got to go speak. I've got to go do this. I'll get a new piece of jewelry to match it. That's what I'll do. And then when I do, I realize that I've got a lot of pieces, very similar pieces all together over there, not being worn, not being used to God's glory, not being used to any glory, because they're tired, they're weighted, they're in a ball, they're tucked away, and I'm consistently purchasing new things, going after new opportunities, going after new things that keeps me away from my kids, away from my husband, away from my friends, because I am extending myself. I remembered how I felt when I started. It started because I really liked how it felt when I was adorned. I really liked how it felt when I was out and I was beautiful, and people clapped for me and they applauded and they said, good job. You did this job really well. I liked it so much that I wanted it more. I wanted to do more. So I suggested, hey, I'll sign up for small groups. I'll sign up for marriage ministries. I'll sign up to be here. I'll be there. I can show up. I can do this. I can do that. I'll be on that team. I can co-lead. I'll be on that ministry. I'll be on that team at work. My God, my phone was consistently blown up. My time was consistently just taken apart. And every time I got a new thing, boy, I went, well, I need a new piece of jewelry now. Let me just add it to this ball. So what happened is I realized that when I was going through my jewelry, y'all, the messy, uncomfortable part of it is while I did so much travel, I realized I was like, I take things from the hotel, like my little sewing kit. And I realized that not only was I tossing my jewelry to the side, but I would toss the little strings to the side that came in my sewing kit because I'd have to pull it out to knit something together. And I realized while I was untangling my jewelry that there was some string tied up and through my jewelry. And I realized I was saying to myself earlier this year, I gotta get myself some more jewelry. Those things, I'm just probably gonna just have to toss them out. And is that kind of sometimes how it feels? Where we just go, we'll just have to toss that out so we can start over. Where I had this opportunity with the pandemic to sit down and go, these are some good things. They've just been used less or overused and tossed to the side. But there are a lot of beautiful, adorning things in this pile. So I'd like to just kind of chat about that and how we get this opportunity with COVID-19 to really go through this tangled jewelry with this tangled mindset and go, is there string in your thought process? Is there string in what you're doing in your mind that's keeping you from re-wearing what you already have, keeping you from adornment, keeping you from your preciousness? I couldn't wear this if I wanted to. And my first thought, just to be honest, I'm so wasteful, is to just throw it out the door. And God's got issues with that, is what I heard him say so loud and clear. It's like, Killia, I have issues with the fact that you don't realize how precious you are. That you have worked so hard, that you have gone so far, that you have continued to go, do, show, and continue to pile things together and toss them to the side, that I, myself, God, cannot use you the way I want to use you. You are precious to me, my dear child. You are precious to me, and I cannot wear you because you are too busy being worn over there. I realized that a lot of what was holding me up was just being tangled. And I couldn't wear this jewelry if I wanted to because of the string. So God said, I'd like for you to do something. He said he would like for me to take some scissors. Now, a pair of scissors can be real uncomfortable. But how else can we be seen and we be adorned by God? And can we be used as his precious ornaments without cutting some string from around our group, our tangled bit of preciousness? And then God said, Killia, because he calls me by my full name. He said, Killia, do me a favor. Cut it. And in some of our cases, I started right in the beginning and shared, we've got friends that have lost their jobs. We've got friends that have been furloughed. And we're sad and we're upset and we're confused and we're trying to figure out, why me, God? Some get to stay and I don't. We've got friends that are sick or friends that are hurt. And we're hurting ourselves. And God is saying, go in and cut the string. And here's what I want you to do even more so. I want you to take the R out of string. And I'm thinking, so if I take the R out of string, if I untangle, not untangling, but if I do some cutting on some things that mimic my jewelry. I had things in my life that pretended to be jewelry, at least looked like it, so much so that I couldn't tell what was over in that pile anymore. But I had things that were too much, unnecessary, looked like jewelry. I was at church. I was doing my thing. I was working. I was serving. I thought it was jewelry, y'all, but it was string. God said, go in and cut the string and take out the R. We've got to take out the R, y'all. And I go, well, Lord, what is the R? Hour. We've got to take the R out of string. We've got to take that ownership out of the sting, leaving us with just realizing that this was just a whole lot of sting. This is stuff that is attempting to hurt us, take away from our adornment, take away from what's making us beautiful, what's helping us to show God who we are and be on blast for God and really allow Him to show who He is through us. We've got to take the our, out of string that's mimicking our jewelry, that's making us think that we got it together because we're in all these different places and so many people need us. It's mimicking our jewelry. He really can't even wear us because we got string all wrapped around us. So I took out my shears and I clipped the string, and then I took out the R. I took out my ownership and all of the things that was tying me together. I took the time to really step back and realize, God, I've got to be used for your glory. I've got to allow this time, whether it's a furlough time, whether it's a time out, whether it's time away from doing all that I normally would do, I've got to use this time to be appreciative of you showing me and reminding me how glorious I am, how beautiful you believe I am, how useful you believe I am. I've got to take that R, that ownership out of the string, out of the sting, and let the sting be the sting and let it go. I've got to do that. Whether it's a job that has hurt us, whether it's a person that has hurt us, we've got to cut that string that mimicked real beauty. We got to let it go. And when we do, we can untangle a lot more, a lot faster. So while this pandemic really feels uncomfortable, it's really ugly, it's really different than what we've all been through, it is an opportunity to take out those shears, my friends, and truly do some cutting and removing the R out of the string, leaving the sting, but then tucking that sting away and getting rid of it altogether. That way, we can come back, because this will be over soon, and we can truly be untangled. We can have an untangled mindset, because who wants to return to work, whether it's a new job or a new role or new opportunity? Who wants to return to church and sign up for all these different things again and have time away from your friends and family? You don't have time to sleep. You don't have time to breathe. You don't have time to do anything because you're so busy tangled. Take the R. Take that out of the string. Be untangled. Think differently. Use this time to untangle yourself so that you can be worn. Oh, and you can show pieces that God can truly use. My friends, it is so particular that there are just two easy steps to how we can truly be adorned and worn, untangled by God. Take the R out of string. The R, just 2 steps. Release what does not belong in your preciousness. The second R in string that I want you to remove so you can actually get rid of the sting is reset. Use this time and allow this time as an opportunity to reset who and what you are, who and what you're called to be. If you're anything like me, you've been put in this mindset of go, 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 do, gotta, you need me. Reset. Take the R and reset. Come back bigger, better, prouder, bolder, whether you started a new job or you started a new mindset. I read a post that's like, if you don't walk out of this thing with all these new things, please walk out of this thing with a resetted mind. That's all. That's all God is requiring of us. He just wants to be able to wear us again. He wants to allow our preciousness to shine once more. That is all I have for you today. I thank you so much for sharing and joining me. I pray that this opportunity to share what God shared with me about my beautiful jewelry and how it can all be reworn really blesses you. I hope it really helps you. I hope that you have the opportunity to leave this COVID-19, which will come to an end, with a reset, refocused, re-aware state of mind. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you for joining our Mind Over Matter series. Remember, it's all a mindset.